Since I've had a ton of questions about how you're going to properly do this assignment, the counting and clapping assignment, this is a tutorial video, so you understand what is expected of you to turn this in and actually receive credit for it. So when I open up the actual assignment in my mouse, there it is, in this week's folder, which is the 11th through the 15th, I'm going to see directions and I can pull this sheet up. You're probably going to need to do two separate windows in order to read both of the things at the same time. It's down here. Because the rhythm that you're going to be doing is this one that's listed right here on the paper that I attached to the assignment. I'm not going to use this rhythm as an example today in this tutorial. I'm going to use a different one, but this will give you an idea of what the expectation is for this. A lot of people have expressed that they are confused. When you go to submit this or when you go to record this, you're going to go to, there should be a button over here for you and it should say submit. You're going to click that and a box is going to pop up, like a comment box. And underneath that box, there's going to be a couple of options of things that you can choose. You click the microphone, and the microphone will record what you're doing. Now I'm going to pull this up on my screen because this is an example of a rhythm, not necessarily the one that you're going to be doing. This was randomly generated. And this rhythm is exactly the same amount of counts, exactly set up the same way. We're in 4/4 time, so every measure is going to get 4 counts. So when I count and clap this, it's going to be every single measure, I will count up to the number 4. I'm not going to jip a measure and leave out counts. So starting from the beginning of this, I see I have a half note, which gets 2 counts, so I clap and pulse because the second count is still in that note, but it's not clapped separately. And then I have 2 quarter notes that follow. So if I clap and count this, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4. When I look at the next measure, I have 4 quarter notes in a row. So I would clap that measure like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next measure, kind of what I had in measure 1, but it's the opposite. So now I have 2 quarter notes and a half note. So I will clap on count 3 for this note here and pulse on count 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then my 2 half notes right here, I clap, pulse, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Now if I do the full line, the way it's written, it's going to sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not going to go all the way through. You're not going to break this up in your recording like I'm doing it now. So you're going to have to go through the rhythm that I assigned you a couple of times before you decide that you're comfortable enough recording it. I'm not going to fault you if something goes wrong and you need to start over in your recording. Know that you can take whatever tempo or speed of this that you need. You don't have to take it as fast as I did, or you could take it faster if you're comfortable with it. But that's the main idea. And then once your video is done, you'll just submit it. I would prefer you to use the camera, but if you are completely against the camera, you can use just audio. But if it sounds like you are not understanding what's going on, I'm going to have you redo it. So that, in a nutshell, is what we're looking for this assignment.